Today, I had an idea about making a bow and arrow.
So you guys whittled this, you and Tim whittled this together. Juno did the loom bands together, and then you've used it to go in there. And then you've put one of our chicken feathers in your arrow.
Do you want to watch it shoot? Just do it.
Okay, go.
Let's go.
Harvest pumpkins.
We already found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We already found skips.
So we actually planted 6 pumpkin plants in this area, and we've got 6 pumpkins if you include this little guy. So we haven't actually done that well with pumpkins. I mean, you know, we'll take it, yum, we love them. And then 1 scalpini. So that's probably 2 things that haven't grown.
Should we go pick that one down because it's white and it's little?
What is it?
It's a pumpkin.
Oh yeah, totally. You want to go grab it? We can put it in our pile.
Okay.
So the 2 things that didn't grow very well for us this year were pumpkins and beetroots. But fortunately this morning at our forest playgroup we have a whole bunch of families come who are all kind of a bit unschooly, and we just play in the forest, and we decided to dye some of our eggs, because you know, Easter, etc. With natural vegetable dyes, and so we picked all of our beetroots, and you know, they're like this big, a little bit sick. The natural dye, so this is like a beetroot, were really, really subtle, whereas somebody bought a kind of natural dye still, but specifically for eggs. Like if you're okay with really subtle, just use vegetable scraps, but if you want a little bit of a punch, I reckon use a natural food colouring. Things that went really well have been zucchinis, kale, spinach, and the flowers. Flowers have been out of this world. It's been a bit of a crazy old day today. Like, we're trying really hard to honour the seasons and live seasonally, and obviously it's autumn here, and for me that's a time where you really take stock of your situation and you give thanks, and you're feeling abundant and also getting ready to hibernate. But at the same time we kind of live in a culture that has these other celebrations. So today we've been doing a lot of autumnal things like harvesting pumpkins and making pumpkin soup and making bows and arrows. But we've also been doing heaps of Eastery things because we love Easter, and everybody in the world is celebrating Easter, which is technically, you know, new life and spring stuff. Feather pheromona. Yeah, so we dyed eggs, and I've been printing out the Channel Mum Easter egg hunt ready to do for Sunday because my kids love Easter egg hunts. And on this website you can download a whole bunch of ready-made clues, which is kind of nice and a bit of a relief because we make a lot of treasure hunts. I spend my life making up clues, so it's actually quite cool to be able to just download some. I'm going to link to that below if you want to join me in a cyber Easter egg hunt. Yes, that's sort of funny. I'm feeling like it's all messed up today. Let's just say living in New Zealand is kind of confusing. You found another pumpkin.
It's not white and it's little. It's
what
white
is it?
and it's little.
Oh, is it? What kind of pumpkin is that?
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. How do you think it got there?
Chickens brought the seed and then it dropped in there and then heat cooled seed and then it stopped here.
Yeah. Hey, I bought you a feather. Found it on the way down.
Ramona, would you like a feather?
Thank you. Hey, Cookie and Crumble. Cookie and Crumble are our neighbours' goats, but they are visiting us and they have got rid of all the blackberry in this whole little stream. High fives. Alright, whatever. Leave me hanging. So I can recommend that, doing swaps with the neighbours with goats and things, because we tried having goats and it was really, really hard having enough weeds for them to eat all year round. But doing a swap like that can work out perfectly. So today I've been with the girls nearly the whole day at our forest learning collective. It's kind of like a nature group for kids and families that happens here at the farm. So we've been doing that nearly all day, and Tim spent nearly the whole day either doing laundry or trying to source our new solar system. So that is taking heaps of time and effort. The thought of being able to get a new solar set up is so exciting because we really need it, and we've really just been making do with a whole bunch of bits and bobs. So yeah, that's gonna feel amazing if we can one day get that. I just recently published a seasonal celebration for patrons who are on the $5 and more tier. So if you want to check that out, you can check out my Patreon page, or you could just also join up as a $1 patron and still get access to little videos and snippets that I do. And also, if you're in New Zealand, I am running a beautiful, amazing, nurturing retreat that is full of creativity and sisterhood and fire circles and all sorts of really cool stuff. I'm going to link to that below as well. If you're in New Zealand, I would love to host you at this retreat. Thank you so much for subscribing and watching, and totally, wherever you are in the world, stay radical. Oh yeah, my t-shirts. You can buy them.